Hello everyone, welcome back to Sydney and Starlet, and if you're new here,
wake up.
welcome, enjoy the
Here we go.
videos. So today, me and Sydney are going to be reading Disney Princess Cinderella. So let's begin. Who's that?
So yeah.
It's Cinderella. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a widowed gentleman with a sweet young daughter named Cinderella. The gentleman married again. His new wife, Lady Tremaine, had two daughters of her own, Anastasia and Drizella. But after the gentleman passed away, Lady Tremaine revealed herself to be mean and cold. Cinderella became a servant for her evil stepmother and lazy stepsisters. As time passed, Cinderella remained cheerful because she believed that one day her dreams of happiness would come true. Cinderella's only friends were animals. She gave the mice and birds names and even made clothes for them. "We'll call you Gus," she told a new mouse she had found in a trap one morning. Gus liked his new name and his new friends. A mouse named Jack even warned Gus about Lady Tremaine's nasty cat, Lucifer. Can you say Lucifer? Later that same morning, there was a knock at the door. "Knock, knock, open in the name of the king," declared a messenger. He handed an invitation to Cinderella. Cinderella brought the invitation to her stepmother, who read it aloud. It was an invitation to a royal ball for the prince. "By royal command, every eligible maiden is to attend," Lady Tremaine read aloud to her daughters. "Ooh!" they squealed in excitement. "That means I can go," Cinderella cried eagerly. The stepsisters laughed, but Lady Tremaine replied, "You may go, Cinderella, if you finish all your chores, and if you can find something suitable to wear." "Oh, I will," promised Cinderella. Then her stepmother called for her. "Cinderella," she shouted up the stairs. Lady Tremaine planned to make sure Cinderella didn't go to the ball. She ordered Cinderella to do a long list of chores. Cinderella's animal friends noticed. "Work, work, work," Jack said to the other mice. "She'll never get her dress done." So the mice and birds decided to help her. Working together, they finished Cinderella's dress using a sash and beads the stepsisters had thrown away. At the end of the day, a downcast Cinderella went to her room. She didn't think she could go to the ball because she hadn't had time to fix her dress. Suddenly, the mice and birds shouted, "Surprise! Surprise!" and showed Cinderella the beautiful dress they had created for her. "Oh, thank you so much," Cinderella told her little friends. Minutes later, Cinderella ran down the stairs, calling, "Wait for me!" But her selfish stepsisters didn't want Cinderella to go to the ball. When they saw Cinderella wearing the beads and sash they had thrown away, the stepsisters pounced. Anastasia and Drizella ripped off the beads, tore off the sash, and left Cinderella in rags. As Lady Tremaine and her daughters left, Cinderella ran to the garden in tears. "There's nothing left to believe in," she sobbed. "Nothing." "Now you don't really mean that," said a kindly voice. "If you had lost all your faith, I couldn't be here, and here I am." Cinderella looked up to see her fairy godmother. In a twinkle, the fairy godmother turned a pumpkin into a magnificent coach. Next, she turned the mice into horses, the horse into a coachman, and the dog into a footman. And in a swirl of magic, Cinderella was wearing a beautiful ball gown with glass slippers. "Oh, it's like a wonderful dream come true," Cinderella exclaimed happily. "Yes," agreed the fairy godmother. "But like all dreams, I'm afraid this can't last forever. On the stroke of 12, the spell will be broken, and everything will be as it was before." Still, it was more than Cinderella could have ever hoped for, and she hurried to the ball. From the moment the prince saw Cinderella, he couldn't take his eyes off her. He didn't know who she was, but the prince and Cinderella knew they were falling in love. Time flew by quickly. Suddenly, the clock began to strike midnight. Bong, bong, bong. Remembering the fairy godmother's words, Cinderella hurried out of the palace, leaving behind a glass slipper. She jumped into her coach and sped away. "Wait!" called the Grand Duke, who had been watching over the ball. But he was too late. Moments later, Cinderella was sitting by the side of the road, once again dressed in rags. Though all she had left of her magical evening was a single glass slipper, she was very, very happy. But the king was furious that his son had fallen in love with a mysterious maiden who had disappeared. The king wanted the prince to be married as soon as possible, and the only clue for finding her was the glass slipper. So the king ordered the Grand Duke to have every maiden in the kingdom try on the slipper. The one whose foot fit in the slipper would marry the prince. The news quickly spread through the kingdom. Lady Tremaine wanted one of her own daughters to marry the prince. She didn't want Cinderella to even try on the slipper, so she locked Cinderella in her room and slipped the key into her pocket. Jack and Gus came to the rescue. They secretly took the key from Lady Tremaine and raced to Cinderella's room. But they had to hurry. The Grand Duke and his footman had arrived with the glass slipper. Both sisters had tried on the slipper, but their feet were much too big. "You are the only ladies of the house?" the Grand Duke asked, as he prepared to leave. "There is no one else," answered Lady Tremaine. Just then a voice called, "Your Grace, please wait. May I try it on?" It was Cinderella. But the wicked Lady Tremaine tripped the footman and the slipper was smashed to pieces. "Oh no," the Grand Duke sobbed. But Cinderella wasn't upset in the least. "You see," she explained, "I have the other slipper. Of course, it fit perfectly." Not long after, Cinderella and the prince were married. "Hooray! Hooray!" the mice cheered for their friend. Cinderella's dreams of happiness had come true at last. The end. Ooh, a fitting end. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. The fairy godmother has put Cinderella's glass slipper together again, except for one piece. Points to the only piece that fits perfectly. Let's see. All these look very similar, but they aren't all quite the same. My guess is that this piece, 6, would go right here. Let's see, I think this is the answer. Piece 6 is a perfect fit. Yay, I got the right one. They all looked super similar though, especially these 4. So that is it for today, everyone. We really hope you all enjoyed it, and we will see you all next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Pick out your favorite page. Wow, this is a very sad page. This is where she locked Cinderella, but I guess we're going with this page. Who's your favorite character?
Saya.
Oh, Cinderella's your favorite character? That's a good choice. All right, bye-bye.
Saya.
Cinderella?
Saya.
Cinderella.